I'm trying to win this thing. Hey Fuzzy Buddies, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, hello, glad you're here. Today's video is going to be so fun. This is the first ever speed puzzle showdown between myself and Javy of Javy's Puzzle Odyssey. Now, Javy posts amazing puzzle content. He posts great hauls and reviews. So after this video, make sure you take a stroll over to his channel and take a look. But as far as today goes, okay, like I said, this is the speed puzzle showdown. Now this is a friendly competition, but it's a competition nonetheless, okay? And I'm trying to win this thing. Basically, we had a third party pick out a puzzle for us. They sent it to both of us, and neither one of us have seen it. So we'll get our first reactions here on the channel with you guys, and then we're gonna speed puzzle it. And we're gonna see who does it the fastest. So as of filming and posting, we won't know who won. So after you watch mine, make sure you go check out his so you can compare times and see who actually won this thing. Now, you guys know that I have been dipping and dabbling in speed puzzling, okay? I've been making progress, but maybe not really. And I know Javy has been getting into speed puzzling, so both of us are pretty like in the newbie section. So I'm really curious to see how well the two of us are going to do. Now, like I said, neither one of us have seen this puzzle. We don't know. I don't know what the parameters were that were given to this person as far as like what to pick out for us. So I literally have no clue what's in this package. Okay, I'm pretty much open to anything. Ideally, this wouldn't be like just a giant landscape because I'm really not good with just a bunch of blue and green. And I really hope that's not just a puzzle full of animal fur. If this is just a puzzle of like a giant golden retriever or something, I might I might shed a tear. But we'll see. Let's just open it up. Okay. This is doable. Wait, I've never even seen this before. Okay. So this is from Buffalo. This is a Buffalo Games puzzle, and this box is interesting. I've literally never seen this box design from Buffalo Games. So this is Amsterdam Brunch from Buffalo. It's a 500-piece premium puzzle is what it says. Here's what the full picture looks like. It is like a table spread with like it's like a blueberry muffin loaf, like a blueberry loaf, and some lemons and like lemongrass or something on the side, and some flowers. I don't know how well I'm gonna do on this. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it'll be okay. Let's just talk through this together. So we can pick out this teapot, right? And we can probably pick out like this bowl, but I feel like maybe doing the puzzle, this bowl and this bowl might look a little bit similar on the pieces. Then we have two of these coffee mugs, and they're both basically the same, so gonna have to make sure we get those different. There's a lemon. We have these flowers, but then there's also flowers down at the bottom, and like some little rosebuds or something. And then like this lemongrass and stuff. And then the background is just like a wooden table, wooden, like, what do you call those things? Like a cutting board. So, I don't know, this is an interesting first pick. But I'm up for the challenge, so let's get into it and see how we do. All right, so I took a peek inside the box so I could know what I was dealing with. And then I dumped out all the pieces, did a full flip, and I went ahead and put the edges in like the bottom lid of the box. So that way I would kind of be able to keep them separate. And it kind of worked from there. Now, as far as positives go, I will say that this puzzle came with a resealable bag, which is always nice. Had a nice poster, and the clarity of the print on the pieces was really good. But other than that, I'm honestly not sure if Buffalo knows what the word premium means, okay? Because the pieces weren't like super thin, but they definitely weren't particularly sturdy. And they were definitely glossy, which y'all know is not good when you're puzzling. And then on a scale of like 0 to 5, where 0 is 2 sheets of paper that just happen to be next to each other, and 5 is like once you put pieces together, they'll never come apart. I would say that the puzzle I did a week or two ago, that one was like a 1. Y'all know what I'm talking about. This puzzle was like a 2. Okay, there were definitely some times where I bumped the puzzle and like a whole section would come apart, which was a little bit frustrating. Otherwise, this is a grid cut, pretty standard, nothing crazy. And yeah, that's about all for the puzzle itself. I worked on the I worked on the border, got a little bit stuck, so I started to work on the section of like lemongrass. And then I went back to the border, and then I worked on the lemon because that was easy. And the 2 coffee cups are pretty easy to pick out too. So did that. And then after I kind of got the border done, I went ahead and worked on the roses or flowers. I don't even know what flowers those are, actually. I just called them roses, I think, this whole time in my head. But I worked on those next. And it was kind of hard to tell what went on the top versus what on the bottom when it came to the flowers. And then other than like some of the pieces being darker pink and then some being a lighter pink, you couldn't really tell what piece went to what flower. So that took me a little bit of time to kind of sort through. And then once I kind of got through as much of that as I could at the moment, I went back to the lemongrass, which now that I'm thinking about it, is that lemongrass or did I just make that up also? I do not know. So I was working on that, and then I was getting really frustrated with it until I realized that it's like straight, like the plant is straight lines. So all the pieces have to go in that direction. Am I making sense? So I was like, I'm sitting here getting frustrated over something where I kind of already have half the answer, if that makes any sense. And then I was trying to work on like the dish of the flower buds. And at this point is when I realized that I was past the hour mark and I barely had anything done. And I was like, oh my gosh, Javy is about to whoop my behind with this puzzle. I was like, oh my goodness, this cannot be how I'm doing on our very first like battle with each other. This is crazy. Oh, so then I was working on that, getting a little bit irritated. I went to work on the white of the parchment paper and I was making a little bit of progress. I went back to the flowers and then I kind of was working on like those darker wooden sections of the background table. But then I realized that I was having another issue, and that is false fits. Okay, I was working on the sections and then I was realizing that some pieces like just weren't going and I was getting really confused. It was false fits and I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to slow me down even more. That is why I'm getting so like up close and personal with it, because I needed to look and see what I was doing, because between the glare and the false fits, I was like, this could not be happening. Like it was getting frustrating. So I was doing that. I was starting to like second guess like every piece that I placed pretty much. So yeah, that was fun. Moved on to the teapot, which wasn't too bad because there was a circle of like where the lid is. And then you have like the shadowy pieces and then the lighter pieces that were like the reflection off of the teapot. So gave me something to work with. Then I tried to move on to that second bowl that had the slice of bread in it. And again, I was getting a little bit frustrated, a little bit overwhelmed. And I was like, hello, ding, 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 it's a circle. So all of those pieces that are like the outer ring of the bowl, they have to make a circle. So once again, if I just took a second to take a step back and think about what I was doing, I wouldn't waste time being frustrated, and I could have easily like had something to go off of instead of wasting time. So again, something I just really need to work on as I keep speed puzzling. The other issue is that I'm always speed puzzling in the evenings, so I'm like sleepy. So I'm sure that's not helping my like ability to process what I'm doing. And speaking of, if you're familiar with my channel, you know that I puzzle in the evenings while my baby is sleeping, and we were getting close to when I knew he was going to wake up soon. So I decided to go ahead and just cut myself off at pretty much exactly the 2-hour mark. And sure enough, like 5 minutes later, he woke up. So I cut myself off at 2 hours, and I came back the next night to finish puzzling. And I was like, okay, I cannot spend another 2 hours on this puzzle. So I was like, I have to get to work. I did some of the wood from the table and the cutting board. And then I ended up doing my like least favorite thing when it comes to puzzling, which is shape sorting. I don't know. I just always feel like shape sorting is me like giving up or like saying the puzzle has beaten me. But I shape sorted because at this point the puzzle was beating me. Okay, it was whooping my hiney. And I shape sorted the parchment pieces, and I made some progress. Not a whole lot, but I was like, it's now or never. I have to get it done. And then I went back to working on the wood as well. And then I ended up also shape sorting the like blueberry bread pieces, because let's be honest, how else was I going to get this done? All the pieces were like tannish or blue or purple, and that's about it. So shape sorting was the way to go. Now, I want to thank Javy again for including me in this speed puzzle showdown. It's been so much fun to work with him, and we definitely want to do this again in the future, and we'd want to do it with more people. So if you also are a puzzle YouTuber and you'd like to join in, please let us know, because I think it would be so much fun to do this with more and more people, and just kind of, again, it's a friendly competition just to get us all speed puzzling and just kind of see how we do. Now, I'm pretty sure that my husband would be picking the next puzzle for us, and he picked the puzzle for my blind date with the puzzle video last year, and y'all know he did something crazy. So I'm almost nervous to let him pick the next puzzle, but I do think that would mean it would be a fun video. So definitely tune in to see when we do it next, and also let us know if you want to join in, because it would be so great to have more and more people join in with us. Now we're coming down to the end of this puzzle finally. I'm getting to the last bits of blueberry bread, and between my 2 hours the day before and the time I spent on this puzzle today, my total time, final time, was 3 hours, 6 minutes, and 7 seconds. I know, y'all. I know. It took me so long. I'm almost certain that Javy won this one, and that is okay, because this puzzle definitely got the best of me. But if you want to get the official final result to see who won and to see just how well each one of us did, like, I'm very curious to see how Javy did with this puzzle. So I'll be heading over to Javy's channel. Make sure that you guys do too, so you can see how he did compared to me. And I'm very curious if he had the same issues that I did. But you can see here, like, how glossy the pieces are. It just is what it is. I'm so glad that you guys are here with me. Make sure you like this video if you enjoyed it. Head over to Javy's channel and watch his video, and subscribe. We're getting closer and closer to 400 subscribers, and that would be awesome to hit that goal. So make sure you're subscribed to both of our channels to see what we do next, and I will see you in my next video.